Cameras everywhere. Camera, lights, and boom, action. Welcome to today's Tech Talk. We have Dominic, Lindia, and my name is Artin Rahim. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to talk a little bit about lights, a little bit about mics. Didn't mean to rhyme there, but it sounded nice. What are we going to start out with today, Dominic?
So, especially what people forget is filmmaking. The biggest thing that gets you the visual appeal you want, it's not necessarily what camera you use, it's not necessarily audio you use. It's really about how well you can light a scene, whether it's diffused lighting, whether it's filtered lighting, whatever you want to use, it really brings that mood, and it's something that a majority of TV shows get right. An example of a TV show that doesn't necessarily utilize lighting as well as it should is a soap opera. So if you notice, a soap opera has a very washed color. So for that, in terms of lighting, there's a spectrum of kelvins when it comes to color and the actual warmth. So on the colder side, you're going to get 5600 Kelvin, and that goes all the way down to 3200 Kelvin, which is going to be the warmest you're going to get. So Artin over here is going to set the light to 5600 Kelvin to give you the brightest effect.
I'm going to get up for this so it's a little bit easier. Here we go.
So what we're adjusting right here is just gonna be the color temperature. So depending on the scene, if it's a more dramatic, more cinematic scene, what you're gonna wanna do is this right here is the lowest it's gonna go on any average light. We're using the Neweer lights, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna adjust it to 3200 for a warmer tint.
3200. And if you wanna go all the way up to 54, you get more, or 5600, you get more of a white light.
So the reason this is super important, especially when it comes to TV shows and films, is the majority of people overlook lighting. It is, in my opinion, the single most important part of shooting a film or TV, because it is the hidden hero when it comes to adjusting your mood and adjusting your tone in a film.
Look how much better he looks, with just a little bit of light added onto him.
It never didn't look good, but... So I think another thing everyone needs to note, especially with lighting, is there's a bunch of different types of rigs. There's softbox, which is especially portrait photography. When you're taking photos with a softbox, it's gonna make your subject's skin a lot lighter. It's gonna make it more delicate on camera. It's gonna make it look more complete the imperfections. But what we're using currently, we're using two Neweer lights, and then we're using a Neweer ring light. The purpose of a ring light, it gives a whole, do you wanna explain the purpose? Yeah,
the ring light, we have a 19-inch ring light right there. It's a nice LED light. The purpose of the ring light we have in this corner as well, it's nice. You can get it up, you can arc it down to get a nice bird's eye shot onto your guest. We do have this nice gel right here, where if you're doing a scene for a movie where you want a little bit more blue, we have a red one as well, a green one. You can easily clip it on and change that lighting color as well. We're gonna talk about lenses right now, and lenses are really underrated. What you need to upgrade into. I'm gonna start with the 24 to 105 lens. This is great for wide shots. We have it right here on the gimbal, but at the same time, you can zoom in. It's very diverse. So it's good to have that for weddings that you're doing live, if you need to capture quickly a close-up as well. So there's generally two types of lenses. There's zoom lens and there's a prime lens.
So when it comes to a prime lens, what a prime lens is, it's one fixed focal length. And what this does, it gives you more room to have a lower f-stop. And what a lower f-stop is gonna do, it's gonna give you more shallow depth of field, which is gonna give you more dramatic effect, more cinematic effect, and there's gonna be something called bokeh lighting. So basically, in the background, if there's lighting behind you or anything behind you, the more shallow of depth of field, there's gonna be more blur, which is gonna give it a more engaging feeling. So right here, we have the Canon, we have the Sigma 50mm f1.4. So this is only one fixed focal length, so therefore it's a prime lens. So where if you go to this one is a 18 to 55 millimeter. So this is gonna have a much higher f-stop, around 4 to 7. So it's not gonna be as blurry in the background, but everything is gonna be more in focus. And if I was to recommend to get one lens to start out, my personal opinion, if you're starting with videos, like more YouTube videos, I'd recommend a zoom because it's more versatile. But if you're trying to get into more short films, I would highly recommend a prime lens because it will make it break how exactly you want your film to look.
That was great, yeah. Exactly what Dominic said. If you're starting out, you wanna go with a zoom lens because you do have that option of zooming in a little closer to 105 to 70, whatever you end up getting. And you do have the option of having that wide shot to the 24. Thanks for tuning in. Leave a comment below to let us know what you want to hear about, to learn about. We have more, we're gonna bring more next time as well, so it's gonna be fun.
Always fun.